That was a great game. Solid. Nice way for the team to respond. Showed some resiliency. That's what we want to see. The team be resilient. Some fuck shit happens and they respond and they show some grit.
All I know is Draymond dodged another fucking RPG tonight because of Wardell, Steph, and fucking Curry.
Hold on, TJ. So, um, dodged a bullet. Didn't even dodge a bullet tonight, man. What happened against Orlando tonight is sort of what I expected. You know, once you can get physical on teams like Orlando, they can't score the ball, bro. And we were using guards guarding them. Yeah, so
What do we want to talk about today? Because we could
no,
start with the
let's
positives
talk
or
about the
the
game. Hold on,
obvious
hold on.
negative in the room.
Let's talk about the game first. Um, so they played a great game tonight. Great defensive game tonight. And that is about where the league is in terms of style of play and all of that stuff. Because 3 months ago, that game couldn't happen in the NBA. I'm going to be dead honest with you about that. So they played a really solid defensive game. And let me say this, that defensive game does not happen without Andrew Wiggins. Give the man his fucking flowers.
100%.
Y'all are quick to fucking criticize the man at every fucking
Absolutely
turn. Give
saved
the man his
the
fucking
fourth
flowers
quarter.
because he was the
In the
best player
fourth,
on the court tonight. Andrew
timely
Wiggins.
shot after timely shot.
Andrew Wiggins was the best player on the court tonight because Steph didn't have it tonight. And Andrew Wiggins was the best fucking player on the court tonight. So y'all are quick to jump down the man's fucking throat. So make sure you give him his flowers tonight and shut the fuck up. Because you don't trade away 6'8" dudes.
Facts.
And fuck Draymond.
Bro.
Hey, by the way,
Yeah,
before we
what's
get
up
to
with Dre?
before we get to Draymond, just to finish talking about the a little bit more about the game, I just have to say the shout out to the two rookies for rebounding the fuck out of the ball tonight, man. Those
Facts.
against this big ass team, we needed all of those second chance points and all of the rebounding that we got tonight really helped us in this game, man.
Shout out to Pods tonight. 9 rebounds, bro. 4 offensive rebounds.
Fuck yeah.
That's insane. 4?
Shout out to fucking Pods, man. You see
Damn.
Pods, TJD, and Wiggins, they won us the fucking game tonight, bro.
13
14
points in the fourth
rebounds.
quarter by Wiggs, by the way.
14 rebounds.
We
For
only had
Trace,
7.
5 offensive rebounds. The way Trace looked tonight, I'm ready to get rid of fucking Draymond Green, bro. That's where
Huh.
I'm at right now.
Speak on it.
Ooh.
Let's
Ooh.
walk away
Let's
from
Speak
him.
on it.
Ooh.
talk
Speak on it.
about it. Yes, that's literally the perfect replacement for him. Put JK, TJD, and Wicks. Clay, Steph, and
Listen,
let's ride.
let
And
me
let's
just say
ride.
this real quick, y'all. I've never seen Steph, and I'm sure we've all seen the pictures and video online, but I've never seen Steph look like that. Like,
And
Not
crying on
not
the
mid game,
core.
bruh. Not
If
not
mid
it's
mid
game
not
like
game,
after,
bro.
that.
if it's not after winning the
All
championships,
right.
we have never seen a Steph crying on the core.
Who was in playback last night?
I
I
was.
was, I
Okay.
was.
Remember I told you like there's 2 different Stephs? Like there is one that is behind the scenes. There's one that like for the cameras and all of that. So there's 2
Yep.
different guys, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
The other guy that is behind the scenes, he could not hide himself tonight. That's what you saw,
yeah.
right? You saw
He wanted to punch Dre.
years of frustration boiling over, bro. You saw years of frustration boiling over.
It
But
was
a lot of
like
people didn't
Bro,
always
even
he
this
catch the
cried.
fucking
end
He
dude.
stuff.
literally cried, bro.
It was like always this fucking dude.
Fuck. I started the spaces from the wrong account. My bad.
I was wondering why I said grace giver.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
my
was like,
bad, y'all.
holy.
I started it from the wrong account. It's the account that has no visibility because of fucking dumbass Laker fans.
Yeah,
do you want to restart it real quick? Switch over to the other one?
No, it's fine.
All right.
nah, we're good, we're good.
It's fine.
So yeah, Urkel, I feel like this reaction, especially public, yeah. Dre's, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Obviously, I don't know anything, but I really feel like Dre's days as a Warrior are counted.
You can't, cause bro, like what
Yeah,
the
I know the
fuck?
hypotheticals. I know all the contract, all this stuff. Yeah, he's gone after this
You
season.
cannot tell me, you guys, that like after all this fucking shit, bro. I get it. I get it. You were getting like you didn't like the foul calls, but come the fuck on. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I
3 minutes into the game.
I won't
There's no
hear
defending that, bro.
And he
I
wasn't even
won't
that mad.
hear
Like, he didn't
or
want to play.
support I won't hear or support anybody who will continue to
Facts, Tech.
enable this guy. He's the reason why KD left. He's the reason why Jordan Poole left. He's the reason why no player wants to come to our team anymore. He's the reason why we have the reputation we have. In the last 7 years, he built this horrible reputation. And this season, he's the reason why we are in the 10th position and not fighting to be, I don't know, a top 3 or top 4 in the league right now. He is the reason. And again, he let us down. He let us down after he promised that that was going to be the last time. He's going to blah blah blah. This was the last chance. He saw the mortality of his NBA career. He say all of this shit just less than 3 months ago, just to do this shit again.
Yep.
I just don't care about this dude anymore. And this rhetoric, this theory that like we cannot play defense without him. It's Stockholm syndrome. It's like when they kidnap you and then you feel like you cannot live without your kidnapper. This is what we've been enabling the last 7 years. I'm done of this shit, and I'm glad that Steph
Hey, you low
was
key
tired of
cooking.
this
You
shit.
low key
Stop.
cooking, Bruce.
Yo,
No,
first
that
of all,
ain't
I want to say
Bruce.
this,
That
man.
ain't Bruce. Come
Oh
on,
First
shit,
man.
of
my
all, I
bad.
want to say
That's
shout out to
Pedro.
Clay.
Like that's
Shout out to Clay tonight.
that's
Clay,
Stockholm syndrome. I hear you, Pedro.
two-way
Yeah,
Clay.
bro.
Two-way Clay. Clay was amazing. He had some big shots in the fourth. He had a huge defensive position. But the game ball goes to Wiggins, man.
Yeah,
Wiggins, this was the
Wiggins was
most
the best.
complete game. Forget scoring, because he had 36 against the Thunder. Forget defense, because he's had even as great as he was tonight, he's had some games this year where he was better.
This
Tonight
is
was the
his best
most
game since game
complete.
5 in the
Dude,
championship.
he was so you know what he did on drives? Lowered his shoulder. He didn't show the ball. He didn't go nonchalant. Lowered his shoulder, went
Yep.
through the defender, got the and one, had a few layups at the rim, finished those strong. What did he do? He boxed out on like 4 straight possessions at the 4. He was placed at the 4 and he boxed out. He had at least 3 or 4 huge rebounds in the clutch. We needed all of them. Defensively, shut down almost everyone in his sights. Cole Anthony hit some tough shots, but that's fine. Wiggins gets the game ball. Steph took us home tonight. Huge shots. Klay Thompson, underrated game from Klay because Klay was amazing. Chris Paul.
We need to applaud his leadership. Like I really love this Clay.
Chris Paul had a rough one, but I thought he did okay in his minutes. I think, whatever. Pods, I'll say this. Pods, Moody, Trace were very good. They had their rough moments, but especially Moody, bro. Moody was amazing. Moody had a lot of big rebounds. Moody was making, he didn't make a lot of shots, but he was making great defensive plays, rotating well. The young guys, man, they stepped up tonight. We needed every bit of it. And shout out to Looney. Looney stayed ready again for the third straight game, feels like. He's been good. I just no complaints about Loon. I think he's lost some weight. I think he's lost 10 to 15 pounds. If you look at him, he's just moving a little
He's
bit better
moving
up and
better. He's
down.
moving better.
Easily.
And then who else? Draymond.
GP2.
I don't. Yeah.
GP2
Oh yeah.
played pretty
GP
good.
two. GP2. This was probably one of the top 3 games of the season for him because what he did on both ends. This was one of the few two-way games you get from him. Where like some games you'll get him, he'll hit a couple shots, whatever. But the defense, he'll foul a 3-point shooter, miss a rotation off the ball. Or it's the opposite. He'll lock someone down on the ball. He'll do a great job sliding his feet, but offensively he's a no-show. Tonight was the best one of the best two-way GP2 games of the year. Two-way. Both ends of the court he showed up. I think we had multiple players tonight play on both ends. Clay was two-way. Wiggins was two-way. GP was two-way. I think even Steph, I know Steph struggled to shoot the ball, but he had 10 assists. I'd argue in some ways he was two-way. He was pretty good defensively. I think Trace was solid. Like I can't complain that much. Now Draymond, that's a lot of drama after the game. I don't know what they're gonna say to him, but this is unacceptable, right? You can't. I don't know if he's gonna apologize on the pod. I don't know if he's gonna.
Apologize. Pod. Are you kidding
Well,
On
me?
the
whoa,
pod,
whoa, whoa,
on
whoa,
the
whoa.
pod.
Urkel, that's what I'm saying though.
But we're past
Hold on.
apologies at this
That's what
point.
I'm debating though, right? I don't even know what is he gonna double down? Is he gonna apologize? Because Urkel, you know he's not gonna speak to the media.
He's already done
He's not gonna
both.
speak to the media. And here's the other thing. I don't think he can apologize. He's already done all that. He's already shown remorse or quote unquote. So at this point, it's just like, what do you even say? I don't know. Like, I guess you can double down and be like, yeah, like I try to light a fire under. That's what he might say, which is, I know, I'm not saying I
Dre.
agree with it. I'm saying
Dre.
it's bullshit. He shouldn't have gotten ejected.
Dre.
He made a fundamental. You know what he did, Urkel? He did the same thing he did 3 years ago. You remember which game? I don't even need to tell you, Urkel. You tell me
Charlotte.
again. Yes. Same shit. It's the same shit, right? It was the same
Yep.
fucking shit. He did the same shit. Yeah.
He's done that multiple times, and not just
Well,
Charlotte.
the difference is in the Charlotte game, it was even worse because he did that at the end game when it was hanging in the balance and they lost on the buzzer.
You're right. That
even
was actually worse. But the reason I bring that one up is because that was late. That was a must, or not a must win, but that was like a game that we really like needed. Like we were up, we were in position to win, and I feel like this game, like we needed this win too. So like just kind of like the energy of it and the importance of it, and the fact that he let his teammates down, man. I mean, you saw how Steph reacted. Like fuck. I don't even know where to go. I'm so glad we got the win, though. We needed this win. Back to back. This is our first 2-game win streak in March. We needed this, man. We needed this. And hopefully, we take care of business against Charlotte and
Man,
San
let me tell you
Antonio.
something, Dre.
Yeah.
Draymond stuff aside, this is the first time I've watched this team. You can tell that they had like a specific game plan with Orlando with how they wanted to guard him, and they were locked into the game plan from start to finish, right? So the fact that they did it without Draymond, kudos to them, because I think sometimes they get overly reliant on Draymond.
Yep.
Bro,
Hey,
I
That's a
hey,
lot
believe
to
hey,
I
yo,
believe,
believe the
bro.
Magic only scored like 12 points in the first quarter. Like that's crazy. Like
hey,
you hold an NBA team to 12 points.
hey, yo,
And
Erk.
I'm going to be honest with you, Trace, he shouldn't be playing less than 25 minutes a game. It's going to be criminal,
Yeah.
right? So Steve
Did you
Kerr,
see how easy, like on that? There was one play in the fourth. Steph said it was like or was it the third or the fourth? He set like a ball screen, and Steph just quick bounce pass, and it was just like one of the easiest dunks you'll ever see. It's
Hey,
just, you know.
hey, yo, Erk.
yo,
I said last night, right? I don't know. I ain't gonna never disrespect nobody's acumen. I know everybody is a student of the game, but it's a lot of people who was trashing Wiggins throughout the year because they didn't want to, hold everybody else accountable. I guess he ain't got the same sweat equity.
You cutting out.
Not only is he, I'm cutting out.
yeah.
We're cutting
Yeah,
out.
you're going in and out.
Yeah, Bruce,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
kind of
saying,
cutting out there.
isn't it ironic though? Like when you incorporate a player into the offense, how much more consistent he is, rather than just have him sit on the corner and spot up for threes.
That I agree with
Nah, it's
that.
common sense.
But here's the thing. Tonight, when he was going for drives, he literally put his shoulder in the defender. When he
Yeah, we
does
got to
that,
get more of that.
we need more of that. That's all. Yeah, like the criticism.
Yeah, but here's the thing though.
Mhm.
But here's the thing though, Dre. While you're 100% correct, again, we talking about a player who broke his rib and came back the very next game. When you seeing other teammates being spammed, listen, the only person who should be spamming, like as a player, it should be Steph Curry. Steph Curry could shoot the ball 100 times and everybody else run around in
Right.
circles like they playing some elementary game. He's the only person qualified to do that. Nobody else at this point. You feel what I mean? So all I'm saying is, again, when you got to play out there defending and then you cut his minutes to 15 minutes and people want him to be almost 50% from the night, that's delusional. So all I'm saying is, you know what I mean? The team is playing good on the whole, and that's a positive. But people need to keep that same energy, man, because there's a lot of people talking real greasy. And I'm telling you, you don't win these games without dude, man.
Well, I would say that I would agree with that, and I'd also say the same for Clay. Clay got a lot of heat from a lot of people, and I feel like he's been phenomenal the last month plus. So, my whole thing is
But here's the thing, though, Andre. You absolutely right. And again, Clay is a legend. He's getting a statue. Clay's situation is different. Here's why it's different. If it's not broke, don't fix it. The Warriors started off 18-2, 5-0 in that preseason with Jordan Poole starting.
Hold
So,
on,
there was
Bruce, hold
speculation.
on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um,
Go ahead.
Who had
Clay,
38 tonight, by the
Clay
way?
has Clay has really come on lately. I was watching a possession. I think he was guarding Cole Anthony or somebody,
Yeah, it was
and
Cole
Cole
Anthony. He
Anthony,
locked him the fuck up,
bro,
man. He locked him up.
Either it
Cole
was Cole
Anthony,
Anthony or it was
Cole
Paolo.
Anthony wanted
He
him to go
keeps
for
guarding
every
Paolo.
pump fake. You know what I'm saying? And
You know
Clay
what it
didn't
looked
bite
like?
on one of them,
It looked like Jalen Brown of the finals. It looked like
bro.
a guy that just could not. Like Clay was moving his feet, not betting on pump fakes, just being he was just a body, and he was just not moving. And that was picture perfect textbook defense. And that goes for everyone, for the most part. Like I didn't see any like egregious breakdowns. Like on the ball, off the ball. Sure, there was a couple in the third, I think, when Cole Anthony got open for some threes. That's the worst that I could think of. Outside of that, like for the most on the ball, I thought everyone was very good on the ball tonight. But tonight, the two best
Hey,
Like
defenders.
Dre, aside from Cole Anthony, the main threats on the Magic were kind of contained, right? Like Paolo didn't go off, Franz Wagner didn't
facts.
go off, all that stuff.
Yeah, facts.
It was
Hey,
really only
Andre.
Cole Anthony, a
Andre,
little bit.
let me ask y'all boys a question though, because this about to be the biggest conversation of the night. What y'all felt like? I mean, I briefly heard Urkel say it to start, but what do y'all think those emotions meant from
Hold on,
Steph Curry? What you think?
hold on. When you say the biggest conversation of the night, are you talking about Steph? Or are you talking about Draymond?
I'm talking about both,
I
because
think
he only got looked like he got emotional at that point when he got ejected,
I'm going to
right?
be honest with you.
Because I didn't watch the first half.
A few weeks ago, people got mad at me when I said, if he dies, he dies. How do you feel now? We needed this game.
I understand the emotion behind what you're saying, but here's the problem. We still like I don't want if it hurts the team, I don't want it to happen. So if Draymond not being, I know tonight we won, but I'm saying long term,
When
I
you
just don't.
talk about hurting the team, Dre, when you talk about hurting the team, how much has he hurt this team this year
And that's
alone?
why, and I agree with that.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's what I'm
disagreeing
saying,
with
Dre.
that, right? But what
You know what I'm
does
saying?
can you peel back the layers of what if he dies means?
Let me say this. Draymond Green, he's the reason why we're in the 10th spot right now. Okay? That's the first thing. Let's establish that. He's the reason
Sure,
why we're in the 10th spot.
I agree.
Okay? Me and somebody in here right now have had this conversation about Draymond for years, about Draymond and how his game has eroded and how he has not gotten better. Okay? So when he's out there and he has to play the 5, he's playing the 5 not because you know, like that's the best thing for the team. He's out there playing the 5 because that's the best way that they can compensate for him. You know? So if he could play the 5, you know what would happen? Or if he could play the 4 and he had some type of game, Trace could be out there with him, no problem whatsoever.
No,
And the
they could have
part
been
that
out there
sucks
together for
tonight,
the
bro.
game.
The part that sucks tonight is that I wanted to see what the damn combination looked like in a game like this, and he fucking stripped it away, bro.
He did. No, 100%. All that's valid. And if we have to make decisions long term, I'm cool with having those conversations. My thing is, I just don't want like to do something out of spite. Although I understand the frustration. So if whatever's best for the team, I'm in favor of. And if
It's
that
not
means
really out of spite because
right.
him at the 5 is literally how you can compensate for the lack in his game that he never improved. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how you're going to compensate for him because his non-shooting literally hurts the team.
100%. 100%.
And that's why he needs to play the 5. Now, we talk about Steph and Steph on ball, and we need Steph on ball more. That is the reason why he's not on the ball, because if Draymond
Sure.
doesn't have the ball, what the hell is he going to do?
Exactly.
Right.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank
Right?
Exactly.
you.
So,
Exactly.
bro, he needs to
Exactly.
have the ball, right? So if he doesn't have the ball,
Exactly, bro.
you can't get. All right,
Ever
perfect
since
example.
KD left, this
Wiggins
hasn't
had the
been the
ball
This is
issue.
tonight,
why I hate the
right?
Steph
Ever
not a
since KD
PG
left.
thing, bro.
Wiggins had the ball tonight, and he had the ball in multiple ball screens or whatever. Could you give Draymond the ball in that spot and say, go do that? No. Steph has to be running around a million screens to have Draymond have any type of space or whatever. Right? So, can you give Draymond the ball on the low block and say, go get me a bucket? No, you can't.
I don't need that from
Urkel, and
him.
this is why I hate the. This is why I
And
hate that
people have the
Draymond is the
nerve.
point guard of
People
the
have the
team
nerve
forever,
to
bro.
say that Draymond is the point guard of this team. Like,
Exactly,
shut the
bro.
fuck up.
Exactly. This is why I hate that narrative.
Like,
Because
don't
Steph is
ever
doing this
speak a
to help
lick of
Draymond, bro.
basketball ever again if you say that, man.
Nah, Rose. What happened is anybody who gets the majority of the assists or who has the ball a lot, they refer to it as that. But come on now, we know what time it is.
But he has the ball in his hands because Steph is allowing the ball to be in his
So
hands
I want
because
people to
that's making
understand,
him.
like, that's why he's the best
Bro,
at the
it's been
5.
10
Now,
years and people still don't understand how this shit works. That is
hold on, hold
inexcusable.
on, hold
No,
on, hold on.
people do
Hold on,
understand,
hold on,
bro. They
hold
just
on.
don't want to accept it.
His best position is at the 5. Now, is it sustainable for long-term success? It's not. It's not. I will not tell you that it's the best thing. So that's why you hear Jim come in here and talk about Otto Porter constantly. How many times do you hear Jim talk about Otto Porter? Jim talks about Otto Porter continually. And he does it for a reason. Because when you have somebody that spaces next to Draymond, then you can, especially Otto, who could space and rebound and defend, and he knew what to do on the court, right? So you need to have him out there in these situations, right? So um, I'm not saying him at the center thing is perfect, but it's literally out of necessity, right? So I mean, that's just
I
kind
don't
of how
think
we have to
so.
look
I
at
just
it.
think that Steve fucked this thing, and the Warriors have a complicated situation because of Kuminga and his need to start at the 4, and that's really the only spot that he can start at because Wiggins is the 3, right? And then there's Kuminga at the 4, and then what happens when you do that? Well, Draymond has to play, but then he has to give that spot up to Kuminga. They can't play Trace because Kuminga is on the team, but this is the lineup that I've been wanting to see for this team, and they played it tonight. So I was really excited to see that, and Draymond fucked that up.
Mm-hmm.
He fucked that up. But guess
Jim.
what? They set a tone for this game defensively. They allowed the other team to score 11 points in the first quarter. That helped convincingly the Warriors to win this game. Otherwise, if the Magic scored more, who knows how this game would have turned out. So
Jim,
that first quarter and that defense was absolutely needed. And Trace, Draymond, Wiggins, they set the tone for it. So that was good to see. I mean, it's so fucking obvious as day that their best lineup is Trace, Draymond, and Wiggins. That 3-forward combination, that's the best defensive group that you can put out there. So if you want to win games, you need to win it with defense, and they did it tonight. They did it last night, holding the Magic ultimately to 93 points. I understand the Warriors struggled. There's the Magic are the second best defensive team in the league right now. That's why they're 5th in the East. Their offense is garbage. They're 22nd, and they're 22nd on. They're 22nd on offense, and they are number 2 on defense. That's why they're the 5th seed. And the Warriors need to start playing defense as intensely as they have in the second half of last night and for a chunk of tonight. And there weren't a lot of defensive holes. Steve created some issues. Once again, there were a lot of frustrating things that happened, but I just want to get to the positives, man, which is the fact that they won this game with defense. Convincingly, it was the defense that allowed them to win this game, the intensity of the defense. And once again, Wiggins, I've been begging for more minutes for Wiggins, right? Well, he got it tonight. 35 minutes, 23 points, two-way Wiggs. You can't get that if he's not one of the primary options on offense, and he's not. When Kuminga's in the starting lineup,
I
he's
agree
just
with
not.
that. Of course.
Jim, I have a question. What do you think about the lineup?
Did we lose him?
Steph, Clay, Wiggs, JK, and TJD. Because not gonna lie to you, like me, my opinion, and what Urkel been saying as well, a lot of people during the playback as well. It's fuck Draymond, really. Like we understand that like, he's the defensive piece, all the stuff. Like
Yo, Pedrin,
most of
I'm
the
with
things
you,
that
dog. I'm done,
yeah,
bro.
like,
I'm
I'm
done.
tired of like defending
Yo,
this guy and having to like cater like lineups for this dude who
hold
always
on.
sabotaging us.
Hold
He's
on. Hold
constantly
on. Hold on.
sabotaging us, and we always make excuses for this dude. Fuck him.
Listen. This game tonight was won on pure grit, bro. It was won on pure grit. And it's funny because, Steph had 17 points today. 17 points. It's a back-to-back, 17 points, 18 shots, right? And we were able to win that game. And you know what's the wild part, bro? Moody. GP2 was a fucking monster in that second
Moody
half, bro.
played very well.
Yo, GP2 was just a hawk around the ball, bro. Like you could not dribble around him tonight. That's one thing. The second thing is that you see this Trace factor. Trace played 33 minutes tonight. Steph played 35. I'm glad Steve decided that we needed this game tonight. So now we're 4 games above 500. And and bro, there was a play that I looked at tonight, and it was bothering the fuck out of me, bro. Why is it that you can hip check Steph, go challenge the play, the shit not be conclusive?
What did they even? Yeah,
What?
okay. So clearly Isaac was out of position. I think it was the right knee. His right knee. Steph was driving and his right knee converged. It was out of position. He wasn't sliding his feet. It was just out. He just bumped into Steph's hip. That was a foul. I don't understand what they're calling or what they're not calling.
Okay. So first of all, it was complete and utter corruption from the get-go. That is why Draymond got ejected, because he couldn't handle the fact that the game is being rigged and they're calling bullshit from the jump. A couple of calls on Paolo, and it's like bullshit calls. So he just can't deal with the emotions of just dealing with that when that happens. But the refs were, what have I been saying about Mitchell Irvin, bro? The whole season, this guy has been, every time he's a lead ref, there's some serious, dude, they were doing everything possible to, skew the game in favor of the Magic tonight. There's no question about that. So that's just another one.
Hear me out. Last night, by the way, the Lakers got 23 free throws, and the third quarter didn't end yet. Just saying. Let me point that out.
Yeah, bro. But you saw it, right? There were so many calls that it just made no sense, and it just kept even the Fitz and Kalena were just like, God, what are these calls? They usually don't say these things about the refs, right? They just deal with it. But they were like, this is getting you know what I'm saying? Even they were just flabbergasted by all the crazy calls that the refs were calling tonight, and the non-calls.
When they called a challenge, and I looked at it, even though it was a foul, I was like, they're about to win the challenge. Right?
Yeah.
And I know every fan base thinks that they're getting robbed or whatever, right? But come on, man.
Look at this Draymond shit, bro. Look, is it in the
Yo, you
Jumbotron
seen the
yet?
video? You seen the video too, Dre?
No,
Where
forget
he
the
was
video.
dapping up-
Forget the video. Look at the screenshot of the video.
Yeah,
You see
with Draymond.
You see him smiling?
That shit's crazy.
And look at
He
him
does
do the night.
He does a night and then he daps him up.
This guy is Urkel.
You know damn well,
Yeah.
Curry didn't want to dap his ass up, but he was
That's
like,
hilarious,
cameras
man.
behind me. There's cameras behind me. Let me keep my composure. And
I don't
get,
think
and
it's
What
kept
do
it
you think
going.
is going through Steph's head, man? When he
Dog, Draymond, there's an apology is not enough. He just needs to shut the fuck up and go to the corner until the next fucking game. I don't want to hear a peep out of that guy. You want to act like a child? You need to be treated like a fucking child. Don't even fucking talk. You don't even need to hear an apology, because apology doesn't make up for what you did. After everything that you've done, and you come back, you play better, everybody's back on your side, trying to, you know what I'm saying, support you and all this stuff, and then you come out and do this. 3 minutes into the game, you get ejected. You pick up a tech, shut the hell up. That's the time to shut the hell up. You've already put yourself at risk. Somebody can wrap you up and they can get a double tech on you now because you picked up a stupid fucking tech to start the game. And then you won't shut up. You continue to yap, and then you get ejected. Go to the fucking corner and shut up, man. Stop fucking, bro.
Meanwhile,
And you know what's
Act
funny?
like a child. Be treated like a fucking child.
Yeah, Jim. I think that the real thing here is the first tech fine, but the second tech that he kept going, bro. He called him a pussy ass something.
Called him a bitch ass
This is
nigga. or something like
idiotic,
that.
man. This is fucking
You
idiotic.
can't call him that.
And that's the disappointing part, because ever since he came back the other time, the last time he came back, he's been good on the court in terms of controlling his emotion and not doing shit to get kicked out of games, pivotal games.
Are you
too.
fucking
But then
DeMarcus
today,
Cousins? Are you fucking DeMarcus Cousins?
I don't.
Keep your fucking emotions
know,
in check. Like, be a fucking grown man. You're 34 years old, and you're on the fucking court. You can't even handle a ref. Like, talk to him, fine, but don't fucking get to the point where you're picking up a tech. Like, this is ridiculous. You're compromising the team, and you don't give a fuck about what's going to happen if something happens to you, because that's going to hurt the team.
Little things.
You're not
Jim.
thinking about that. This is not. Are you a leader of this team, or are you the fucking child of this team? What the fuck?
He's
he
not.
just doesn't have any common sense, bro. That's it.
Like my coach always used to say, it's the little things.
That shit is crazy, man. But having said that, like, this is an incredible win, all things considered. The ref manipulation, all of that. Steph is struggling. They got him bottled up, and Steve is playing bullshit lineups. Fucking Cole Anthony is going off, and you got Chris Paul, Klay Thompson, and Pods on the fucking floor. How many fucking times do I have to say this? It's every single game. It's game after game after game. I'm like, stop playing those fucking combinations. Put GP2 in there instead of Pods. Put Wiggins in there instead of Pods. Somebody has to be the POA there. Nobody can guard Cole Anthony. They're just letting him shoot willy-nilly. If you have a better defender, that wouldn't be happening. But Klay can't guard him. He did a good job in the final possession, fine. But for Cole Anthony was fucking going off. Potts couldn't guard him. CP couldn't guard him. Klay couldn't guard him. Enough with the fucking Chris Paul shit where you're putting all these small guys around him. That shit doesn't work. Stop putting Steph Curry next to him. That doesn't work. Offensively, they have no fucking chemistry together whatsoever. Chris Paul, if he doesn't have Trace out on the floor, he's fucking useless. He can't create anything for himself. He can't get to the cup. There's nothing he does for Steph Curry. And then it just fucking kills him defensively, right? You got Steph Curry out there and you got fucking Chris Paul next to him. How do you expect them to be powerful defensively? And you see that this team has the capacity to be powerful defensively at all moments of the game, as long as Steve Kerr doesn't put out stupid lineups. So we are literally canceling this fucking 3-guard bullshit away from this team playing amazing defense for the remainder of the season.
Tonight, I think
We're
they were
seeing
kind of
that now.
shorthanded, though. To be fair, I think they were shorthanded tonight.
No, bro, they're shorthanded. But does Moody? Does Pod, CP, and Klay need to be on the floor at the same time, especially when it's continuously not working?
Oh no, Pod's definitely not. I'm a guy. If I'm going to go down with 3-guard shit, I'd rather have GP in there for some POA.
Yeah, okay. GP2 played amazing. He played amazing today. He played 18 minutes. Pods played 21 minutes. What the fuck?
Yeah,
lower end minutes. Pods used to be playing like 15 minutes. Fine,
bro. CP3 struggled today, even with TJD in the lineup. So I don't know. I don't think.
Chris Paul is a problem, man. He against these great defensive teams, like, he can't do much, and he looks old.
He got stripped in the freaking backcourt. He couldn't bring it up against pressure.
And then you put Pods next to him. Like, what the fuck? You could put Steph Curry next to him. Stop it. This shit is hurting the team. Stop those fucking combinations, man. Stagger Steph Curry and Chris Paul completely. And stop putting Pods. If you're going to put Pods next to Chris Paul, Klay can't be out there. It's got to be another POA. If you want Klay out there, then Pods can't be out there. It's got to be another POA. And if Chris Paul is having a bad night, just sit him. What is he playing for into the late fourth fucking quarter? He's not doing anything out there.
Yeah.
So it's fucking frustrating, man. Steve Kerr.
But I will say this. Pods played a hell of a game tonight. You know, like he provided a lot of toughness out there tonight.
He had moments, for sure.
He had 4 offensive rebounds tonight. You know,
as a guard,
5 offensive rebounds. You see when you're getting that type of
that
hustle,
was the difference.
When you're getting that type of hustle from a guard, bro, that's backbreaking. So you know,
I was saying this during the live watch. I was like, yo, the reason we're up right now. It's because of the 50-50s.
Yeah.
And the reason we even gave ourselves a margin, honestly, the 50-50s are what saved us. The extra possessions. Look at that third quarter. You know the Magic, they cut it down to like 4 or something, or 2 at something at one point, and they were on the verge of taking control, and then like Pods would get an offensive rebound, and then Trace would get an offensive rebound. Moody had a putback dunk. Like, guys were everywhere. Tip outs, like 50-50s, diving on the, Looney had a jump ball. I think Chris Paul also, like, he picked a loose ball up. So, like, these things added up and they compounded. And then in the fourth, even though Orlando, I think they took the lead briefly, but, like, it was, we made enough plays. These extra possessions are so important because that is how thin the margin is.
I don't think they held a lead that
margin of-
whole game, Andre.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
Yeah, only
So then,
two.
okay, they cut
When
it
it
down.
was
I know
two
they cut it down to 1.
2-0.
It was in the
Like
beginning of the game.
since
Yeah,
two
when they were
nothing, and then
beginning
they
the game
tied
with
it.
it.
Then went up, and then that's it.
They cut it down, or they tied it up.
Yeah.
Okay,
If you
so they tied
notice
it
when
up.
we let the lead slip
Yeah.
away, they we struggle playing from behind.
It felt good to rely
Yeah,
on
and
defense, bro. It felt amazing
well,
knowing
well,
that the defense is
and
behind Steph, and knowing that you can win like that with Steph. Ultimately, Steph had a struggling night, but we know how it ended. He closed it. This is what they need to do.
yeah, of course.
Close with Steph.
When
That
they
Give
was
him
needed
like
the
game
defend.
stops,
6,
when
man.
they
For the
needed,
rest of the
when
season.
Game 6 versus
Go ahead, Greg.
it was like game 6 versus the Grizzlies, man. Game 6 versus the Grizzlies. This game was a lot like that game 6 versus the Grizzlies, where like a few years ago we played them. It was a tough game. Steph didn't shoot well. He was missing a lot of threes. In fact, in that game he hit a big 3 and had a big layup at the end. But Steph sticks to the script. Like, he's gonna still take the same shots, win or lose, whether they're going in or not. Like, that's just who he is. He's gonna go down emptying the clip. That's what he did.
You know what's funny
But
is that I was
what kept?
watching him struggle, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
as I was
He looked
watching it,
fine to me. Like his,
6 point game, 4 point game, 3 point game, and the
yep,
whole time
yep.
I'm thinking, because I used to watch Kobe Bryant have these games all the time where he would shoot like, I don't know, 5 of 19, 5 of 17 or some shit like that. And then you would
hmm
watch him miss, 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 and then the game gets close. This game is in the mud, by the way. And then he
Right,
hits like a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like a big shot. There was a game
right.
in 2016 against Utah during the big win streak, and Steph had a similar type of game where he was struggling against Utah, and the game looked just like this one tonight.
He hit like a
And
big
he hit like
3
a
right on the
big three,
wing.
bro. So you know,
Yep.
timing is everything, and
But you know what I will
yeah,
say? What
He
got
said
him to that
10
point
assists.
is Wiggins. Wiggins. See, this is why you have to give credit when two-way play right there. It's not just the defense with him. We need the extra, and with J.K. out and with Draymond as no longer there as a facilitator. Wiggins not only stepped up in terms of his aggression, he also executed, right? And so you saw, like, with Kobe, for example, who was keeping Kobe like alive along the way, right? At the time, it was probably like Powell, right? Powell would be the guy.
yeah,
And then and then you put Kobe in that position to hit that big shot. Well, in this case tonight, it was Wiggins. Wiggins was the one who kept us afloat. If Wiggins doesn't, he hit 2 straight threes to start the fourth, had an and one downhill, lowered his shoulder, had another layup, and then there was a layup that he missed, but he got fouled. They didn't call it, but guess what? We had a putback,
yeah,
and so that was because, and he caused the collapse. But when Wiggins is aggressive, decisive, and intentional with his attack, that this is the version of him that I think all of us were familiar with a couple years ago. This is who he is when he is aggressive at all times, and it allowed Steph to play off the ball. It allowed Steph to take possessions off. Steph didn't feel the pressure to take every shot. He was like, Wiggs, you have it going. Let's go to you. And then when it was go time, Steph took the shot and he obviously delivered. But that's what you need. This is why, like, tonight, Wiggins was our second option. Or you could even say
bro.
Steph was to
I
some extent
I
because
don't even
Steph.
like using that word. You know what I'm saying? That's a dirty word to me, right? Because it like when Wiggins doesn't play well, it gives people an opportunity to just beat him over the head. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I get what you're
Right?
saying. So I'm not saying he should have second option expectations. I'm saying on a given night, J.K.,
Yeah.
Wiggins, whoever, we need someone
And
to
and
step up. Tonight it was Wiggins.
so
Tonight it was, and honestly, the last couple of games, didn't we beat Miami? And Wiggs was pretty good in that game
what
too.
did you
So
think about
my thing
Wiggins
is
in terms of not how he played, but how the defense?
his rebounding,
No, no,
man.
no.
The rebounding was the biggest thing.
Forget
Yep.
that.
In terms of how he what?
I think they recognized something coaching wise tonight because I've been looking at it, I don't know, like the last handful of
No,
games.
this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. They're spacing the floor, two spacers on the wing, and they're clearing out, and they're
Yeah.
saying just attack middle lane, straight line drive.
But let me say this
And
though.
you saw it
Uh
because they're running pick and roll, and yeah.
yes, so let me say this. I think the coaching staff recognized how soft defenses play Wigs. Look at how much room he actually has to operate.
Yeah, but
You know,
can you blame them though, right? Because I
this
mean,
is what I'm saying, bro.
he's just been standing out there, just like he's been
Yeah.
relegated to the
So
corner.
I think Kerr just kind of made the conscious effort and said, you know what? If they're going to be playing you that stuff, let's kind of lean into that. So, go out there and be aggressive, right? So, that's kind of what they need to do in terms of getting more people involved. I will
I
say
have a
this.
question. My question is, why don't we see a more aggressive Wiggins on a night to night basis? Like, what do you
Well, he
guys
has to
think
have
is
the
a problem?
opportunity to do that type of thing. You know
No,
what I'm
I'll
saying?
answer that. I'll
The
answer that.
offense isn't the offense isn't ran through
Some
him.
of it's on him. Some of it's on him. But some of it is the fact that J.K. is prioritized over him, and his minutes. So this is
that's
what it comes
Not
down to.
just
There's
but
three.
JK, it's
Hold
that's
Clay
on.
part
Wait,
too.
wait.
that's part
Let me say this. Let me say
all
this.
right, go ahead,
Hold
Andre.
on. I gotta say
Go
this.
ahead.
There's three factors. There's three factors. The first factor is how many minutes he plays. If he's not going to play upwards of 30 minutes, he's not going to by the math of it. He's not going to take as many shots. That's first. The second is he's not prioritized in the offense. It's JK, it's Steph, it's Clay at times. He's usually the fourth option, and that's assuming like Chris Paul is not even out there, because if he has the ball in his hands, Wiggins doesn't have those opportunities either. So it's prioritization, it's his minutes. The third one though, I have to put on him. Sometimes he has the ball and he goes up a little bit. He doesn't go up as strong as he
Dre,
really could.
Dre,
And we
you're
need him.
forgetting
We
the
need
ball
him
pounding.
when he's what's up?
You're forgetting the ball pounding. Like it's too much ball pounding.
No,
The
Sure,
ball's
sure,
not
sure.
moving. Wiggins doesn't hunt
but
shots.
see, Andre, hold up, Andre, because you just focused on this particular season. So let me ask you a question. Even when the Warriors just won a chip 2 years ago, where Jordan Poole was replacing Clay's production, before Clay even came back, Jordan Poole was more prioritized than Wiggins.
No, but Bruce, while
No, he
we're doing
wasn't.
this,
Not really.
What do you mean? No,
Wiggins
he
will play.
wasn't.
No, Wiggins
What's
was going
how
off,
many?
man.
See, you
Hold on.
Bruce,
Hold on.
Then
going
what did
off,
you look at
Nah,
the
going
All
he
off.
Star?
Hold
What are
on,
you
he
hold
talking
on,
about?
hold on,
started
hold
Hold
on.
on.
every
Hold on. Hold on. Hold
time.
on. Hold on 1 second. You see in that Maverick series how there was a balance between him attacking, right? That's the
Right.
type of balance that we need. The balance of him
Yes.
defending. And let me tell you this, bro. I want him I don't care, bro. Just put pressure on the rim. Because here's the thing.
Exactly,
You see
bro.
when Stephen Clay is on the
Yep.
court, I want him to, and they give him the ball, because this is what was happening 2 years ago.
In game five,
Bro, he
the
just
same shit.
attacked, right? He just attacked. And that's kind of what I want from him,
Oracle, but
right?
those are the key words that you just said. You said in game 5 they gave him the ball and he just attacked. If
Yeah.
anybody going to sit here and say that Wiggins was being fully optimized out of halftime, out of different quarters and everything like that, they kept feeding him in that particular
Yeah.
year, you lying. Most of
No.
his points came back from the shot clock winding down, slashing and putting back easy rebounds, and sometimes mismatches. But when the guy's shooting the ball 21 times, a Klay Thompson versus another guy shooting the ball 12 times, how can you really say one person is being force-fed to say, go ahead and take us to the promised land? In the
Exactly.
playoffs, this is the reason why in the 2022 playoffs, majority of the people who thought he kind of peaked and was not prepared for that type of productivity was
Yeah.
essentially because he was getting more opportunities. Those opportunities went away. And even though he missed a great amount of last season, those opportunities still weren't there because you heard more conversations about Jordan Poole, about Klay Thompson, and Wiggins was, almost walking on eggshells, not stepping on any toes. And he played that way. So to just focus on this
Bruce,
season, I think that's a disservice.
Bruce, I have a question as well. Like, just we don't even have to go that far in my opinion. I have a question. How do you think Wicks played just yesterday, just last night, not tonight, last night
Same way,
against Miami?
I wonder
consistent.
what happened.
Exactly. And JK was playing and all these other people were playing. So what I'm trying to say is just like he just needs to continue to be aggressive. I don't think it's a matter of no, they prioritize or they make more plays for this. No. Yesterday we have a completely different lineup and his productivity was same, his energy the same. Like he had a very complete game both ways yesterday as well. Literally just last night, not even tonight.
But you know why? Because he had the ball in his hands and he said, I'm going to attack your chest.
Yeah,
When he
which
just
is what
Because
I'm
he
saying.
has the ball in his hands because the ball
He
is
just
moving.
needs to
The ball
continue
is moving.
to
that's
have
true
this
as well.
energy.
It's a
The yesterday
The
game,
ball is
if
moving when he has
the
the ball in his
yesterday's
hands.
game, what I will say is this: I do hope Jonathan Kaminga picks his spots more, because even if you look at what his box score was, it was just a subpar stat line, but the Warriors won, right? And today he didn't play, and you could say Moody took some of that production, but if you don't got to score 25 points
I
all the
thought
time,
JK
and they
played well
shouldn't
yesterday.
spam. No,
He
he
did.
did really well, and he
Yeah,
wasn't
they looked.
forcing anything. He wasn't forcing anything. So that's what I'm saying. The Warriors can win if one particular player is being spammed. Though that's not necessarily the offense that we know that has won championships.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
So with when you say the ball sticks, so there's three players that come to mind for me. It's
Pod, CP3,
CP3. Oh
and
my
JK.
days.
Bingo.
And JK.
I would actually include even Moody in that as well to some
It's
extent.
true.
I don't know if you'd agree
It's
with that.
true.
But then, in terms of
CP3.
time, the ball is in their hands. Moody's is at the last,
Yeah,
whatever,
Moody
in terms of ball stick.
barely
I saw
touched
Maybe
the
Pod
ball.
maybe on that list, but sometimes he just.
for sure. But like I said, like that's what I'm saying. We're
But I
not
agree. No, but
playing
I agree.
Steph
I agree
ball.
with
To
those
me,
three.
it's
Those
We're
three
CP
not
are
and
playing
must
Pods
Steph
starts.
ball.
especially.
CP for sure. Uh, because we're gonna say
I don't
Shadow.
want to cut you guys off. I didn't really want to spend too much time on this topic, because anytime I open up my mouth when Wiggins plays bad, it's always Shadow. What's going on? So I hate even like
Shadow,
mentioning the
go
man's
check on
name,
Mark
because
Willard, by the way.
it's irritating. But at the end of the day,
Shadow,
this
have
is
you
the
seen the
moral of the
dunk?
story.
How you see the dunk? Get your hands down.
This is the moral of the story. Everybody has an alternative out there. I think personally the best basketball the Golden State Warriors can play, and I think, in my personal opinion, they're starting to play this basketball. And if they play this type of basketball where it's structured, where there's a pecking order, we are fantastic. Everybody knows their role and everybody knows what to do. It's fucking over. Nobody can beat
Can I
us.
ask you? Can I ask you a
Yeah.
question? Can I ask you a question? What does that
The
pecking
pecking
order
order
look
would
like?
be, in my personal opinion, right? The natural pecking order would be Steph,
Mm-hmm.
Clay, Kaminga, Wiggins. But it doesn't have to be to the point where it's like force here. It's based on when
Also
you're going down the
fluid.
court,
So fluid.
it's read and react. Hold on. Our whole offense is read
Facts.
and react. Like
Facts.
Cole
Mm-hmm.
Anthony, even if Kaminga was playing, they should have, like, Cole Anthony's going off, give the ball into Wiggins and to Kaminga and make them kill that man until he's forced to sit on the bench. You understand what I'm saying? Wiggins is not a person who needs a bunch of shots. Even in 2022, when even we were saying like, oh, Wiggins was getting the ball, he wasn't even getting the balls. Wiggins was probably getting the ball almost less than this. But what was happening
Facts.
is he was
Facts.
offensive.
Facts.
He wanted it so bad, and he was sick of it. You guys do not understand the
Energy.
drama with this team, and I just don't like to talk about it, because then it shadows lying, or then you'll hear a story coming out, an article coming about Jordan Poole and Klay Thompson fighting over shots. But when Shadow says it, nobody fucking listens. Listen, and listen to me good. The team Pods started getting is starting. It started getting to his head when he started starting, right? So he felt he should be taking the shots. That took away from Wiggins. Rather than Wiggins argue, Wiggins is the thing. Pods, do your thing. Take your 12 shots a game. Do your thing. So Wiggins fell back. Kuminga at the beginning of the season was frustrated. The reason why he went to Kerr is because if I don't show what I have, the contract that I would be getting for myself and my family, setting myself up in the future, is not going to be a good contract. Wiggins said, "I'm not going to get in on this guy's money. I'm not going to interfere. I'm going to fall back." This is just how he is. Now, he
Facts.
knows they're on the brink of not making the playoffs. He's over it. I said, that's done. No, Steph didn't turn to him and say, Wiggins, oh, I'm not shooting good tonight, or there's no Kaminga. Here, you take the ball. No, it was they were coming out. Notice at the beginning, they would give Wiggins the ball, and then Wiggins would give it to Pods, or they would give Wiggins the ball and he would give it to Steph. In the fourth quarter, they would give it to Wiggins, and Wiggins brought it up himself, because he says, "I'm going to take advantage of a situation, and I'm going to make sure that we get there until Steph can get a shot, until Clay comes back in the game." So that's all this is, bro. Like, it's not even that deep. I've been saying this from the beginning of the year. Wiggins gets the requisite minutes. This is who Wiggins is. Wiggins has been actually playing like this since January 15th, to be honest with you. He's been shooting 63% true shooting. He's been
Facts.
shooting 45% from three. He's been shooting 50% from the field. And by the way, remember all those free throws he was missing? He's damn near shooting 80% from the free throw
Yeah.
line. But
He
because
just has
people are so
less
brainwashed from
minutes here.
November and December, they're not looking at that. And I'm not
It's
even on
not
that.
it's
What I
not
do
even that,
tell
Shadow.
Wiggins
He was just playing less
to
minutes
do
before.
is make sure you rebound, get your offensive rebounds, box out, and defend. That's what you can control. Anything else, and get your points in spurts. And he's been doing that, bro. Like, he's been multiple
when
17,
he
16, 18. Tonight he had 23. He had a 20-something point game the other night.
If
when he drives into the chest of his defender, I don't honest to God, I can't remember a time when he didn't either get fouled or didn't finish. He does, it's not even like a LeBron thing where he just like it's like a charge. It's almost like just a little separation, and then he just gets that one-legged,
Yeah,
just at the rim
but
type of thing.
brother, I'm gonna be honest with you. He's very good at that. He's very good at taking one dribble and going outside. He did the exact same move that he did on Derek White in the finals, and he dunked it. He did the
Right.
exact same route. He had a clear lane, and he dunked it. And people
Yes.
in their mind are saying like,
On
"Where's
Luka, yeah.
this?" Wiggins is ready for all of that. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's finally probably the closest to the healthiest he's been all season. But in reality, he's been shooting probably around 8 shots a game, which is his career low. He's
Yeah.
playing his lowest amount of minutes he's ever played in his NBA career. He's taken the least amount of shots he's ever got in his NBA career, and he
Mad
has the
getting out of the
lowest
lineup.
usage. His usage is in the teens, guys. He doesn't even touch the ball. He literally doesn't even touch the ball on offense. But that's no problem to him because he knows his role is to guard the best player on every single given night, and it's very, very hard to guard. Remember, he was out here guarding Paulo Banchero, dog. Did you see Paulo Banchero's fucking stat line tonight?
No, I don't know where he
Go
was at.
look at his stat line. Forget the points. Look at his stat line, the efficiency of his stat line. And this is a 6'10" guy, and Wiggins is 6'8". You
I
understand
think
what I'm saying?
everybody played well on Banchero tonight, to be honest
Yeah,
with you,
yeah,
but
yeah.
completely agree on the point of Wiggins' importance, POA and all this stuff.
He had
Shadow,
15 points
if you
on
want this,
29%
if you want this
from
to
the field.
continue, if you want like Wiggins to play the role that he was meant to play for this team, I think that there's only one viable solution,
Hey, Jim, I ain't gonna hold
and
you,
it's to continue to go with the lineup that they went with tonight.
Jim, I ain't
Coming
gonna
in to
hold
come off
you.
the bench.
Shadow, you said something the other day, and I think it
Draymond needs
was
to lead this team.
playback. hold on, SB.
No,
This is like dueling agendas right now.
no, we can't. We can't have
I
it.
have
Here's
no
the
Guys,
thing,
agenda
right?
guys,
other
I'm
than
gonna
I
wanting
tell
the
you,
think
Warriors to
Wiggins,
play their best
it's
brand
not
of
it's
what
it's
basketball.
not even
yields.
it's not even what I want. I personally don't even care. People think I care. I don't care. I know I know my Crow's value. I know what he brings to the table, and I know the things that he does. So with
SB,
that being said, we're winning, bro. It's
SB,
it's 2
SB,
games.
SB.
Our schedule gets kind of easier,
We win.
and hopefully Draymond comes back. I think we can run the table, guys. Like, it's not out of the question, and I think that's what we probably got to do to ensure ourselves security in getting into the offs. Even if we don't make it into the offs right away, give us the best scenario and the best position,
That
and
be
be
at the best possible
Our
rolling
chance.
seed.
We just gotta beat the bad team,
from a
bro. Just gotta
confident
beat the bad.
standpoint, rolling into into the playoffs properly.
Our chances
I
of winning
agree.
go up
Hey,
when we use
Shadow. You
wigs.
remember you said
No,
the other.
we're a totally different team when Wiggs
But
is
I
used.
want to be honest. I'm gonna be honest though. This is not even an agenda thing. I'm just my only agenda is winning. So
Facts. Our chances
maybe
of
we
winning go up when we use wigs.
no. Hold on. Yeah,
Hey
I agree
Dre,
with that. So
real
that's what I'm
quick,
saying.
the Lakers
Yeah.
have 35 free throws tonight.
Shit.
Wow, that's
How
crazy.
much the
Brother,
Wi-
I'm not
How
even
much the
surprised.
Grizzlies
When
have?
it comes down to this time,
There is
we always get them.
there's
Yeah.
5 minutes to go.
And Anthony Davis is not even playing.
LeBron is
Wait, how much does D'Lo have?
Probably
D'Lo
15,
17?
has
I'm guessing.
like
4 free
15.
throws.
He got 4.
Yeah.
4? Okay.
Torian
I
Prince
was just
has
guessing.
6 free throws off the bench.
See, that's what they do.
I bet you he got. Did he get? Do you think he got fouled on
Who
2
knows?
threes?
Probably.
Is that what they call it?
Hey,
Yeah.
Shadow. You
Yeah.
might be 11 for 11 now. Did you remember you said that the next time Kurt try to take Steph out, he's gonna tell him, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah, 100%.
Did you see
Well,
what he did?
did you see
what he
that
did?
today, bro? I already told you guys, man.
He did it.
People. I don't know, man. When I was, I don't know what you guys watched when you were little
Yo,
kids.
he
When I
told
was a little
Kurt like,
kid,
"Yo, I'm not
there
getting
was
out the
a
game." I'm
there
like,
was a
"Yo,
show
nigga."
called Pokeroo. There was a show called Pokeroo, man, Polka Dot Door, and sometimes our fan base is like Pokeroo, man. They just disappear, man. Like
So
they don't have faith.
let me ask this about the balance thing that you said earlier about prioritization. The way I see it is, you can argue J.K. is like a better overall score, like just a shot creator than Wiggs, right? But I don't like how Wiggs is iced out. I agree with that point because we need him aggressive. So what we need to do is the way they use Wiggs next to J.K. Wiggs is like this spot up guy. He'll like
I
stand in the
think it's
corner
real
I
spot up.
told
simple.
you. I told you.
So
Well,
I think it's real
can
simple.
we use J.K. off the ball in other ways like ghost cutting and
I
stuff like
think it's
that
real
and put
simple,
the ball.
right? Run the Steph Curry offense.
Run the step offense. Yep.
Thank you,
Yep.
bro.
Because
Just
they've
No,
run
been
the
no,
Steph
but
He's
going
gonna
but
offense.
get.
but
Define
see,
that. Does that mean
Urkel always
off
play
the
that.
ball or
both.
off the ball?
No,
Both of
no,
them.
no, no.
Both.
Just prioritizing
You
Steph,
always
bro.
On
Just
ball,
you
as
off
the
ball,
extra guy.
go back to doing the shit that they were doing before,
no,
right?
but
Every
see,
move
but
Where
should
see,
it's
be
Steph
every move
centric.
should be
but here's the
catered
thing
to
though.
Whether
Here's
Steph.
it
the
be
thing
on
though.
Where
ball, whether it
everybody
be off
touches the
ball.
ball and the ball
But
moves.
hold on. You do realize part of the Steph Curry offense is, well, at least from like just the way I see it is he does play off the ball at times, and he lets others get their own shots. Like
That's the beauty
tonight,
of
for
it.
example.
That's the magic of it.
But no, and I agree with that. So that's what I'm saying. So Steph Curry ball. What I'm saying is when we play Steph Curry ball, it can't turn into Kaminga ball. It needs to
And
turn into
Andre, that's what
balance.
I'm saying. A pecking order, like
And I think
That's Steph's fault,
I
though.
just
that's
think
paramount.
Kaminga got to do what Wiggins did. Give Kaminga the ball, let him go downhill, let him get his points like that, let him touch the ball
But
like
that's
that,
Steph's
and
fault
let
We're
also,
too
Steph
though.
concerned
thing
about
be
the
off the
fucking
ball
offense
and
at the end of the day.
do
The
it.
fucking pecking order and all this shit.
It's
We're
the
too concerned
defense.
about the offensive order instead
No,
of the defensive order.
hold on,
Who
Jim
are the
Park,
best
It
defenders on
starts on
this
the
team?
defensive end, bro.
Who are the
Jim
best
Park,
defenders on this team?
Jim Park.
It's
The
Trace,
reason,
Wiggs.
it's
here's the reason why
Draymond,
I said
and
that.
it's Wiggins. That
Jim
is the
Park,
fucking order.
Jim
So get
Park.
in fucking line. I
I
don't give a
agree.
fuck about
You know
offense.
the reason. You know the reason
Get
why I
Where
said
was
stops.
that.
where
And you're
Hold
not
on, hold
getting
on,
enough
hold on,
stops
hold on,
if
hold on, hold
Kaminga's
on,
going to be in there over any of
hold
those
on,
guys.
hold on, hold
You
on. Let
play
me
those
Draymond
three
tonight?
guys first and foremost. That's the
Jim,
fucking
Where
pecking
was
order.
Draymond tonight? Where was
Let me say
Draymond
one
tonight?
thing, Jim. Let me say one thing.
Where was
Do you
Draymond
remember?
tonight, Bruce?
Do you remember in the Lakers series when Jordan Poole took that three and everybody was looking at him like, "Wait, why did you take that?" It goes back to the very same thing that I'm mentioning: pecking order. When people know that, hey, bro, I don't have to clap and snap at you or throw my mouthpiece like Steph did one particular game. I think it was against the Grizzlies. You
The Grizzlies.
respect pecking order. So that's all I'm saying. You're 100% right, Jim. But again, at this particular time, we got to be reaching for everything. So I'm just saying it
I'm
makes the
saying that
games.
pecking order becomes fixed automatically if you just bring Kaminga off the bench. Then there's no concerns. Now you have Wiggins playing 30 some minutes. You'll have Trace playing 30 some minutes. Draymond playing 30 some minutes. That's the way it should be for any serious team that has an organized starting lineup. Okay. And Kaminga can do what he does
And
off
he
the
could.
bench, 25 plus minutes, totally fine. So Chris Paul needs help.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't
Kaminga
think
can
Kaminga coming off the bench.
destroy second units. All
He can
right.
still get
That is his
starting.
role
He
for
can
this
get
team.
starting minutes off the bench.
Yeah,
You
I don't
must
think they bringing him
prioritize
off
the
the bench
defense. Do you
though.
see what happens when the Warriors prioritize defense? They win. That's the bottom
Remember,
line, man.
Kaminga is Lacob's toy, right? So
I don't
that's
give a
like
fuck.
his.
He can come off the bench and still
Hold
play.
on. Hold on 1 second. Let's transition to playback.tv/Space Gang because I have some stuff that I want to watch and I want to comment on. So let's head over to playback.tv/Space Gang. I'll send out a link as well. See y'all over there.